Um, and all of that is really quite scary for me. Um, and it's an eye opener. It's um, it's one of those things that leaves me most concerned, really concerned. So, as one who consumes the news, as I always tell you, as you know by now, um, I was very curious as to what's going on. Really, what was going on? How does, if you like, let's put it this way, a fight between two brothers, Cain and Abel, a fight between two brothers turns into, the death of our military personnel who are trained to keep us safe, who we understand went there for a peacekeeping mission. And yet they are slaughtered and butchered in such a horrific manner. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. So I started to think about, what is it with us about community clashes? What is it? What is it? You have community clashes over land, over farming. We know the one that's going on in the sort of Benue State area. You have community clashes with regards between tribes, not just about farming or land, but tribal clashes. We keep having community clashes over and over and over and over and over again. At which point are we really going to sort of just grow up? Like literally grow up and grow out of this. I want us to talk about community clashes today and how what we can learn. What can we learn from the current one that's going on, the Okoma, and I forget the name of the other community. What is it? The Urobo people. I've listened to many Urobo people. They say Urobos don't kill. You have Jaws and all of that stuff. Niger Delta, what is going on? Yes, you've got oil and there's oil, they do say, what's that thing they say about oil being the black poison or something? I can't remember now. But really as a people, and I also want to learn about the people of that area. I think we all need to learn more about ourselves. And it's unfortunate that it's when things like this happen that we start, that, our interest, if you like, our curiosity is piqued. That's Piqu, the rest, not Pick. About, brethren and sistren in other parts of Nigeria. I knew about the Niger Delta, Urobos, Jaws and everything. I just took it for granted, as I told you. I mean, my son is, part Wari. So, but it's something that I've sort of just with pride and enjoyment and the culture and everything, never kind of really given it too much thought. Now I am, and I think perhaps we need to. A colleague of mine on TV, my new TV show, actually did, his name is Yinka Ogunobi. Yinka did his topic, the topic he presents. So the show is we all present different topics, right? And, and then we all discuss it. Yinka's topic this week was about, it was about that. It was about the whole issue with community clashes. And I'll try and find what he wrote and read it out to you. So call me, 0700 993 993 993. The female line is 0201465790. WhatsApp is 0809-597-5805. Not about recriminations because we're not there yet and stuff, but just talking about the people, who they are, what's the, how come, have you ever been part of a community clash? Do you know why? Why is it happening? Why? What leads to it? Is it a misunderstanding? Is it always land? If it's land, how can we resolve this? How can we stop it? And all of that stuff. It just seems somewhat, people say it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. Let's talk. Hello? Oh, you need to turn your radio off, please, and wherever noise you're at. We're coming back to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yvonne caused that. Who am I speaking to, please?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is the merchant man.
Hello, merchant man. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes. So what are your thoughts? Huh?
Ma?
What are your thoughts on the community clashes?
Okay. I think most times the issue of what we have as a people, the natural resources we have, most times plays prominent role in this misunderstanding. Then other factors could be hatred and mutual suspicion among brothers. But let me start with the natural resources. If any eyewitness account can be given an opportunity to read out what happened on this particular issue, you will see that natural resources have played a prominent role in this latest issues in Niger Delta. The thing is, I look at it from the angle that maybe the resources we are blessed with by God has turned around to become a curse to us as a people. Because if you look at where we're supposed to have been by now as a people, we are retrogressing instead of moving on as a people. There are so many nations across the world who do not have anything deposited below their feet. They are doing so much well. But here we have become so docile and so lazy to use our brains to invent, to create employment for people. Rather, we all rely on what we have below our feet, and we are killing ourselves because of this. So I suggest, number one, natural resources is playing prominent role on this. Then mutual suspicion among brothers is playing a prominent role in communal clashes, where people always think that the next person is either thinking of expansion, maybe trying to acquire their ancestral land. You can remember the issue of Moda, Keke, and Ife.
Yes.
Aguleri and the Umuleri.
Yes.
Ijo and Urobo.
Yes.
So if you look at these people, they are brothers. They are inseparably brothers who do not trust each other. As a result of one particular thing that has to do with either land, you are encroaching. You are trying to come over and take over our land. So that mutual suspicion has been playing a prominent role in division among brothers, which is not supposed to be. Though the formation of the nationhood on its own is playing this role of centrifugality among us, because we are not consulted to relate as a nation that we are now. Rather, some people came and decided to say, you and you come together. You are being given a nation. You are hereby called a Nigerian, or you are hereby called a country, Nigerian. If only we saw ourselves from the angle of nationhood, that we formed each micro unit that has made a formation of a country, we would have been living peacefully. Rather, some people came and say, you must be a Nigerian. And that is the basis of our problem. So people are trying to relate to actually who are they. As things unfold. In the dynamism of the 21st century, everybody realized that we are more than who we are than what we were told we are.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Merchant Man. Thank you. Stay listening. God bless you, my brother. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sister Oge.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Mrs. Oboli calling from Ikorodu.
Afternoon, Mrs. Oboli.
So I've been following your show for quite some time, and I want to say today's the first day I'll see you serene and tense like this.
Yes,
Because
you noticed, because it really bothered me. It concerned
everybody
me.
is so sad, downcast, because we don't know what the next moment holds.
No, I'll tell you what really bothers me. Let me tell you now that you ask. The fact that two brothers are fighting, but even more so is the fact that two brothers were fighting, and where were the elders to break up the fights? That's number two. Number three is the fact that two brothers are fighting with, if you like, for want of an analogy, stones, and then guns were invited into this. The fact that those who were invited into this with guns were supposed to come and keep peace. But what happened? It expanded to them being slaughtered and butchered and cut into pieces. Right? So there are so many factions of it. And the other part that really bothers me is that the perpetrators, from what we've seen in the pictures, in the videos, and of course, none of them or most of them are yet to be verified, is that, but we do know that when these things happen, it's young people that are in the center of it.
Exactly.
And what sense of hopelessness, it really, it brought me to tears, and it still does now, because it really, really bothered me a lot.
So the question should be, what should be a blessing? Should it eventually now be a curse for us? The question should be, is this worth it? Whatever it is, the bloodshed, the loss of lives, the intensity, the everything, is it really worth it? At this stage of our lives, of the country, we have so many things cumbering us already. And honestly, this is not it. But this is where we found ourselves. But my pain is the innocent women, children, that are suffering this problem presently, that are not able to access their homes due to what is on ground. Of course, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. But then they are caught up in this web, in this violence, in this shenanigan, even when they don't even know what they must have done. Of course, it's not everybody in that village that are guilty of whatever it is that has been committed. As much as our heart goes out to the soldiers that were murdered, and even to the entire armed forces on the whole, we still beg for caution. We beg for caution. The reprisal attacks were not really necessary. See, you can't use venom to quench venom. It will be a volcano that will erupt. Nigeria, as it were, is seated on a keg of gunpowder about to explode. Everybody is exploding on a daily basis. And right now, I don't know what will be left of that place. The army is not really who you want to offend, honestly, if you've checked out their history.
Of course. Well, no, I mean, look, the job of the army is to keep us safe. It's not for us to be taking their lives at home.
I agree.
So, yes, I'm totally with you.
Let me just tell you the truth here. Whatever is playing out today is a ripple effect of what the army has been experiencing a long time ago. They've been disabused, abused, used many times. Their names have been brought into the mud, whether they did it, whether they did not do it. And so this is a ripple effect.
Thank you.
So when you see them playing out this way, it means their anger, they are bittered, inside of their mind. The army, the soldiers shouldn't be people we downplay. But even at that, they should still tamper justice with mercy.
Okay.
Everybody in the nation is going through a lot. We don't really want this crisis, this chaos in our hands presently. So whoever is listening, whoever is, because I know people are listening, people at the helm of affairs are listening, they should just please douse this tension. It has happened. I pray they catch the perpetrators to serve as a deterrent to other people. But at this point in time, honestly, We are all grieving. I'm from Delta State as well. But please, we should just stem the tide.
Thank
We
you.
are battling with a lot.
Thank you.
This is not needed at these times. God rest the soul of our heroes.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Aboli. Now, here's the thing. There were also, of course, young locals who were also killed in that massacre. Yes, the Okuma massacre. So, I'm going to read what my colleague and friend wrote. Part of it. He wrote, Nigeria has always had a bad history of communal clashes dating back to pre-colonial era. According to data from various sources, between 1998 to 2020, Nigeria recorded over 3,500 communal conflicts with over 22,000 fatalities. This has resulted in over 2.3 million internally displaced people in Nigeria from almost 500,000 households. Community conflicts in Nigeria can be divided, into two broad categories: ethno-religious conflicts, farmers-herders conflicts. The main cause are climate change, which is driving the migration of herdsmen into land, which then lends to disputes over land and cattle routes. Second, land and boundary issues like the Ife and Modakeke conflict. He goes on to say, Nigeria is a heterogeneous society. Our diversity means that we must integrate with people of other ethnicities and religions. We cannot have a country without that fundamental understanding. We cannot have an economy without ensuring that our heterogeneity is an asset, not a liability. It is time we unite as a nation to forge a doctrine of peace and embrace a national identity that emphasizes unity in diversity. It is time to ensure that everyone in the committee of states that make up Nigeria is treated fairly and has fair representation. The onus is with the leaders. They have to point the way in what they say and what they do. Mediation mechanisms backed by law must be in place for aggrieved communities to table their grievances for peace resolutions and not turn to violence to resolve conflict. If we don't want to see another Okuma tragedy and have to mourn the death of 16 soldiers or 22,000 Nigerians, or watch over 2.3 men, women and children being internally displaced from their homes, we need that agenda for peace. That was written, it's quite long, by my dear friend and colleague, Yinka Ogunubi. I should give you his Twitter handle if you wish to reach out to him. Let's talk. The lines are going. Hello.
Good afternoon, S.P. Yogi.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
You have Emmanuel on the line. I'm calling from Ekwe.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
I'm also from Delta State.
Okay.
What happened is unfortunate, and on this, you see, our military guys have suffered a lot. One from the hands of the politicians, from the hands of bandits, and then the internet affairs, of community against community. But one thing I want to appeal the security agencies, but one thing I want them to look into, is this a battle of supremacy and then of people who are rich versus those who are poor? Because it's not only in Delta State, it's even happening in Lagos State, where two people will be dragging land, sometimes 5-10 acres, sometimes community against community or individual against individual. And then because one is powerful or have connections, bring sometimes 10 police officers, 15 police officers to guard a land. So sometimes military officers, army, to guard a land. When the ordinary Nigerian on the street, does not have protection, adequate protection. So I want the security officials, their top hierarchy, to look into it, withdrawing some of these officers posted to guard lands, from those places, because before it was just a big man, going with 5, 6, 7, 8 policemen, but now they allocate them, to their lands to avoid some of these things. Because if you look into what happened, it feels as if one community, have the upper hand in terms of connection to the military.
I need you to wrap up. We're going on a break. You've got 20 seconds. You've got 18 seconds to wrap up. We're going on a break.
Okay. So it's as if the other community seems to be oppressed, and then they took the action, which is very, very wrong. So to avoid this, I think the military and police authorities should look into not meddling in all this debate.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
You and this torchlight phone, I've been advised to go call him. Waiting you they always praise for dear.
No mind me, Jerry. I be they check something for Google.
Sure you the wine me, you the browse Google with this torchlight phone.
Come see now with MTN Basic Search. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything on the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Sure you know go like try this innovation powered by MTN. We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Nation through information.
Is it appropriate for a policeman to be searching through somebody's phone?
No, it is wrong. The problem that the lecturers have against IPPIS is very simple. Our lecturers, they are teaching in University of Lagos alone. They are teaching in other universities, private, public, state, all kind of universities. Now, this IPPIS will cut off this madness. So that is what they are against. No, they feel like the federal government, the corrupt government. So let them be chopping their own at the federal level, while the university will be chopping their own at the university level, academic level, and it can't continue like that.
Your reliable station for more information around Nigeria. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. We're talking about the community clashes and our history of community clashes. I have a message here from, I know who it's from when I get to the end, I guess. It says here, good morning, Nigeria Info. This kind of thing happened on our side at Ibeshe Beach on Monday, 4th and 5th of this month. Above Ibeshe town sent boys from his community and some cultists to our side at Ibeshe Beach to come and kill us. Ooh la la, allegedly, injure and destroy our houses and properties in the night when we were sleeping, allegedly. They came and set many houses ablaze, injured many people, destroyed our properties, and even butchered one of our brothers to death until when the Nigerian Navy were called upon that came and rescued us. When the Navy came, the cultists opened fire at them and the Navy responded, and that led to the death of some of their boys. Please help us. I want to come to Nigeria Info to report, but I don't know whom to call from the studio before coming. They said the land on which we are living is theirs. How should people be this wicked? Why can't Why can't they take us to court for the land issues with their documents and evidence, but instead decide to come and kill us in this barbaric act must stop. Wow. Well, you didn't put your name, so first and foremost, I'm going to say allegedly to the majority or the allegations you make there, and that's not to say you are lying. That's not to dilute the strength of what you said. That is just a legal requirement, right? Because it's one side and it's not like we've seen evidence, nor is it that the press have been there to report what they saw. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I hear you and I hear the fear. I hear the sheer frustration and despair in your message. There is no point in coming to Nigeria Info because we are not the police, neither are we a security a security group or anything like that. What I do wonder though is, why doesn't Lagos State have a hotline that you can report these things to? Because my immediate response to you, and it might seem patronizing, it might seem empty, is that you have to go to the security officials in the land. Somehow you have to find a way to put in a report. Perhaps it's all of you, perhaps you sign it, perhaps, everybody in the community, I don't know. And then you need to take it forth to the governor's office in Alausa. But I do wonder, why hasn't Lagos State, and perhaps that's what needs to happen. I think what needs to happen is for states to have a hotline where, citizens can report these kind of clashes and intimidations and fear, terror. Let's be frank. Okay. I'm so sorry about what you wrote. I wish you the very best. I'll read another message. Where are we here? Whatever happened in Okoma, the government must be held responsible. Why? Why is the military not allowing the media to access the scenes of the event? It's not just the media. The police said they hadn't accessed either. So let's not start putting out conspiracy theories. Yes, we all have different thoughts and everything, but let's not start with conspiracy theories. I do remember watching the Commissioner of Police saying they haven't been able to get access either. So what are you talking about? So I'm going to stop reading your message at that point, because that doesn't help anybody, to be honest. Right, what have we got here? Good morning, Cecile. Good afternoon, rather. We need an independent panel of inquiries to unravel what really happened that led to the killing of the soldiers. This is the only way to prevent this tragedy from recurring in the future. That's from Chooks in the corridor. Chooks, I totally agree with you. We do need an independent panel, independent inquiry. We need an independent investigation, right? That's made up of, experts, these kind of things, and so that we can really get to know the truth, because that is what we're often missing in Nigeria. We're often missing the truth, the cause. We only ever hear about the effect. We need to know the truth. We need to know what happened. The only way to learn is from the truth. I agree. What have I got here? Good afternoon, Cecile 11111. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. If anyone brings the herders farmers into this discourse, the person is making erroneous submission. There's no herders farmers clash anywhere. Some people are subtly using pastorals as a means to invade other people's land. What we actually have is mutual and cold war amongst brothers due to other resources deposited and boundary disparities. Thank you, merchants, man. Thank you. Good afternoon, Cecile. I get angry when people are pleading with the army. The army brought this on themselves. When we cry on daily basis about insecurity, they felt we were making noise. There are a lot of arms already in the country, over 15 years of insurgency in 3 states of the north, and 3 presidents, more than 10 service chiefs could not defeat them. You make a point. You make a point. You make a really strong point. Is it when the whole country is in crisis that they will wake up? Gone are the days military intimidated every eastern and southern region. That's a cold truth of day. That is a cold truth of day. Is that? That's frightening. So, well, I'm trying to think. Is it that they don't intimidate us anymore, or that people no longer have respect for them? Because I'll be honest with you, I've told you before, even though I know, the police are not usually our friends, I'm telling you, I still get this little bit, it's the police, when they stop me. Not even because they're going to take me anywhere or anything, but that mindset of respect for authority, respect for order, respect for uniform, as representatives of, part of the security apparatus of the government and representatives of the law. I still kind of get that. It's like, it's the police. Oh God, the police are there. Oh, I don't want them to ask me. And when it comes to soldiers, the army, the military, oh God, I'm even more like, I feel even more sort of, a real sense of respect, etc. So we have calls. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello, Sisoge. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
My name is Olumuyiwa, calling from Aja.
Okay, Muyiwa, you have 2 minutes because the lines are crazy. Go ahead.
2 minutes, nice. Your question is making me so by ear, and I need to say something. See, when Gaddafi was still alive, you know that all the people in Libya, they are enjoying the natural resources. And the purpose of government, after we submit our freedom to the government, to the people we call government, they're supposed to make shelter, clothes, and food, easy for the citizens. And when those that are in charge of authority are now looting, then the brother are eating themselves over the natural resources given to us by God. What is the point this afternoon? If we have government that creates what people need, clothes and food, it will not be all this brother killing that because of the land. But though we are now today, there are the people that are concerned about their life and their life and their life and their making the citizens poor and poorer. So in conclusion, my sister, democracy will not work for Nigeria. I don't know about Africa. If that democracy will work for Nigeria, I don't think that democracy. Because democracy simply means government of the people, made by the people, for the people. And if government can never made by the people, it can never do for the people. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Macy, calling from Agrai Berebe.
Okay, go ahead, Macy.
I from Benue. I will speak about the Benue, our Benue side, UK. As for me now, I didn't think that I will be a farmer. Rather, like my people there now, they are being a farmer. Another person will bring our own goods, our own product, our own business to come and destroy it. You look at it. And government is not helping anyone. I will do my farm, do everything. Another person will bring government property, come and destroy it. It's not only that he destroy it, they will even destroy life join it. Is that one good enough? Upon that, we don't have anyone to rescue us. Look at the life that is lost in Benue State. It's when they bomb me. Is that a good enough?
Yeah.
And we are calling ourselves that we have a government. Look at the life that is lost. It's when they bomb me. See, me, I'm married. upon my own children now. The children that I born when this Nigeria issue started. From that time that they are bombing my pikin now, don't grown up. See, touch a woman. See her menstruation. You say until now, life is still going. We are talking only one thing every day. No grown up in government, no grown up in our own community, in our own society. Everything just rough.
Well, I could argue that there's a paradigm shift going on all across the world and everything is rough everywhere. Well, your line cut off. Thank you for your call. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kokoete. I'm calling from Agege.
Okay, go ahead.
Mama, the truth of the matter is, when we have a country, because I'm seeing this Nigeria as a state, when we have a country, we will do the right thing. Because all the system, no one is working. Both the media, both the radio station, everywhere now, story, every blessed day. I'm more than sell a pet of Garina.
What would you like the media to do?
We'll not get a government for now. See, we'll get a country.
What would you like the media to do?
We'll not get a country for now.
What would you like the media to do?
We only have a state because we are talking back and forth.
Are we having a conversation, sir?
Depends to the masses. We don't have a country.
Are we having a conversation, sir?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Yes. What would you like the media to do?
Mama, the truth of the matter say, let's talk to let media talk to the government. Let them do the right thing for the people. Let them get a country. Because for now, look at in the morning when you talk, them will cut you off. Then everybody just behave anybody like. We don't have a country for now.
They cut you off. I think the only thing you're not allowed to do on this show, on this radio station rather, is to be libelous or make on claims without evidence. Otherwise, we'll all be cut off. So when you say you want the media to talk to government, that is exactly what you are doing now, right? Okay, this is the biggest talk radio station in the country. I assure you they listen to us. You are doing that right now and nobody has stopped you. If you were to be saying something libelous, I would have stopped you, but I didn't because you weren't being libelous.
I want you guys to make us to have a country.
We can't make you have a country. That is the thing. Only the government and the people. No, you see, this is the thing. There's an understanding that's missing here. There is a country called Nigeria. Okay? Right.
Mama, Nigeria is a company. It's a company name.
Okay.
Let's change that name.
All right. Fair enough. That's your opinion. Thank you. Hello? 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 You need to turn your radio off, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, I'm Joseph calling from Lekki.
Okay. Go ahead.
You see, what the last man, your last caller said was completely true.
That's
this
what?
Is not a country. Nigeria is just a state. And let me say something. Whether Nigeria like it or not, since this government of Buhari and Tinubu hijacked power from the Jonathan government, this was when this country has changed to all these disasters.
That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. We had. Will you please listen? Will you please listen? Boko Haram was during Jonathan's time. What I read out to you, I can read out some facts to you from 1999.
If you read it, you will know. A lot of things, how many thousands of Nigeria have died.
Yeah, but hold on.
Everything got zero.
No, let's not turn this political. I'm sorry. What you're doing is making it political. Well, no, not quite really. It's not that much of a good day, but hey, if you say so. Hello? 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 Okay. Hello? Yeah? Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joga.
What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
It's Mr. Felix.
Go ahead, Mr. Felix.
And I call from Ijora area where I work.
Ijora, okay, sir.
Actually, what happened is very, very pathetic, and it's what a really right thinking person should condemn. The crisis that brought this is between two communities, and I don't know how the military came into it. Maybe they're invited, maybe they're aware, or somebody from who has a higher connection, the military and the government invited them. Military has toiled a lot for us. They have worked so hard to maintain peace in the country. But sometimes I don't know whether
they take a misstep. They take a misstep. Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is sometimes they misstep, right?
What I'm trying to say is this: sometimes the way our security agents handle issues in the country is quite condemnable, in the sense that they tend to support the one that is higher, the mighty ones, the one that is financially is more wealthy. These are the problems that we have.
So I don't understand. So I need you to wrap it up and just be,
So what I'm trying to say is that it's high time we need to do things the right way.
Okay.
To be very, very straight in our actions.
Okay.
Let us know who invited the military.
All right. Them. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Invited them to this matter.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. I have messages. Good day, Cecile. My heart goes out to all the slain soldiers in Okroma Delta State. That barbaric behavior, no one deserves to die in such a gruesome manner. They should get the perpetrators and make them face the consequences. For real, the Nigerian government has failed when it comes to protection of lives and property. My heart bleeds. Which way, Nigeria? That's Edozian Din Nanji. Thank you, Din. Good afternoon, Sergey. My question is, why did they invite the army in the first place? Are there no police officers there? Besides, is not work of the army to be in this kind of clash. What is the work of? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, what you're saying is, why didn't they call the police, right? Why have the army intervene? I know, you're correct. It's a good question. Our brothers have been fighting each other for years. Jewish and Arabs are brothers, but majority of them do not like each other. I am from Lagos, Ebutemeta, but I cannot go there and claim the territory belongs to my father alone. Entitlement is the cause of these madness. Israel is the perfect example. That's from Greenish. Thank you, Greenish. Interesting. Borderlines is coming at 4 o'clock. We are talking not Sierra Leone. The African country we're talking about is gone out of my head. Somebody help. And we're also going to be talking about Israel and Palestine with the Arab world from the feminist space as well, from the feminist voice as well at 4 o'clock. Senegal, that's what it is. We'll be talking about Senegal. The Senegalese election is coming up. I think is it next week or so. Yeah. So I have a journalist joining at 4 o'clock. So it should be really interesting. So Borderlines is at 4 o'clock. So I'll be back for that. Danfo Conversations will be closing a bit earlier for reasons which you'll find out. So let me try and read out as many of your messages as possible. Right, so good afternoon. I think the military should tell us who deployed those personnel to that place to settle land dispute. When did that become the job of the military? And again, I don't think the military has the right to turn our guns against us in the name of looking for those who killed their men. Journalists are allowed to do their jobs, even during war. So I don't know why the press is denied access to those communities, even from Egbeda. I agree with you that the military shouldn't be turning the guns which are bought with our taxpayer naira on us. No, certainly. That is not a way to resolve the issue. As I said earlier, right, with regards to access to the communities, it's not just being journalists. I remember hearing the Commissioner of Police saying the same, and I'm sure there are others that I've heard, sort of senior people that I've heard, even up until this morning, on the news conversation that took place, the demand was open up the communities. And that's the truth. If you're not open up the community, how are they going to get help? That literally means you've isolated from that community. You've isolated that community from everybody else, which makes me shudder, literally shudder, when I think of what could possibly be happening there right now, that no camera is recording, that no eyewitness will be able to foretell or retell. It's scary. Okay, I'm coming to your calls in a minute. It is the issue of the death of Ami, and we are still wailing. Can we reflect back to the innocent killings by the army at the Lekki saga? Is this not karma coming to play? No, it isn't, Patrick. But absolutely not. I disagree with you on that. I think that's actually quite an irresponsible statement, because we have, I can't remember how many, officers we have in the army. We also have the same army. Yes, sometimes they upset us, and there's a vast majority of the time where they protect us. So are we going to throw the baby out with the bathwater? No, we're not. Let's talk. Hello. Yeah. Speak. You're on the radio. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is Pastor Ladipo.
Pastor Ladipo, go ahead.
You see, this issue we are treating now, you know why this thing is painful? It's painful because it's like Nigeria has been turned into a kind of enterprise where we have different warlords who takes advantage of situations. Two communities are fighting. They invited the soldiers. Is it that the soldiers are aware that they were fighting, they were going for peacekeeping mission? Or some people call them, or the federal government ordered them that they should go and stop those community fighting? There are too many questions. One day, I said, go to Nigerian police stations where they have lights and satellite dish they are watching. They will never see them watch investigative stations. If they are not watching African Magic, they are watching one thing or the other. Go and watch some of those stations. See the way some of those people investigate issues. They don't even make arrests initially. They penetrate to know what has really happened. Now, all these things happen. They ban journalists from covering it. Even as they are fighting in Gaza and Israel, there are places they still allow journalists to enter. I don't understand. Who invited the army? Who are the people that invited the army? We don't know. They say they are going for peacekeeping mission. Is Nigeria, are we totally in war?
Well, obviously there were clashes going on, and by peacekeeping they meant they were going to sort of break up the fights.
They were going to stop fighting. So what is the job of the police? As the situation beyond the police, that they can't, are they not the one that's supposed to go? It's like we are getting wrong definition. See,
yeah.
The problem I have presently now is that this
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Are you thinking of studying abroad? Do not do it blindly. Meet heads of schools and admission teams from the UK, USA, and Canada to discuss admission requirements and financial arrangements. Date, Saturday 23rd March at Radisson Hotel, Ozumbambadiwe, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sunday 24th March at Radisson, former Protea, Isaac John GRA, Ikeja, 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Pre-register at www.altsconsulting.com enlighten.com. Telephone 0818-000-0500. ALTS Education. Investing in our children and the future of Nigeria through international and global education.
You and this touchlight phone, I've been advised to go call am. Wetin you dey always press for there?
No mind me, Jare. I be dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me ni? You dey browse Google with this touchlight phone?
Come see now with MTN Basic Search. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN. We go give you basic search, sharp without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Hello, welcome back to Danfo Conversations. We're almost out of time. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, my name is Chinedu. I'm calling from...
Your name is?
My name is Chinedu.
Chinedu, yes, go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the issue of this soldier being killed over there at Bayelsa, so to me, when we look at this logically, because this is something that happened in, I don't know if you can recollect that issue that happened at Greece Ishawu during Bonkri, when the president said that you should go there and take hold and do peacekeeping. And I can tell you, these people, they are involved. If not, the indigenous that attacked them. Because I can remember something was happening over there at Ishawu during the Bonkri era. Because they took over and they were even taking advantage. And the people, the indigenous, they were so furious, they were angry that these people were supposed to come and settle the issue. And they now override. They were doing that thing that government or president asked them not to do. They override them and they were taking advantage. So I believe they did that out of annoyance. The fact remains that before they can investigate, let them try to look or call those individuals. Ask questions from them. They will tell you guys what has been happening. And one of the reasons why they don't want journalists to go in there. This is Nigeria. Anything can happen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, John from Virginia.
John, go ahead, John. You have 2 minutes.
All right. You see, there are some other callers who said we don't have country yet. I think I agree with them based on, the way the country itself is structured. You won't allow the people to decide. Okay, you're talking about this incident that happened in Delta State. Are they professionals, those people that are being sent there? And I learned that there are hierarchies in the military. If maybe people were killed, why do you go back there and begin to set the community ablaze? Are you now using wrong to judge the wrong, or you want to be right? If these people have done something wrong, we do not have allowed justice. So now, if we will talk about justice, the people that went and said those communities are blessed, who is going to try them? Where are they going to be tried? We know that actually the soldiers have been killed, but for them going there to set the community ablaze, maybe elderly ones, maybe in those houses, they were all set ablaze together in the house.
Thank you. Yvonne is here to read the news. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us.
You don't have to leave home without us again. Listen on the air and online. Just search Nigeria Info FM on the Apple app or Google Play Store.
Exciting conversation.
Is it a problem when you can't stop yourself from checking the social media?
So let me drop it for you, and discover that you can actually drop it, no problem.
Yes.
Then you're not addicted. You just have this bad habit of always pressing your phone.
Do you know, even though I'm hungry, I'm begging people, please give me something I want to eat. Immediately they give me the money. I will just tell myself playing this game. I want to win for 8,200.
Stay with 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Here are the headlines. Delta State Governor Sheriff Borovori has asked traditional rulers in the state to ensure the killers of military personnel are not shielded, while a group, the Niger Delta Women Professionals, has urged the suspects involved in the killing of soldiers to surrender to the military authorities without delay. Today is World Water Day, an annual United Nations Observance Day held on the 22nd of March to highlight the importance of fresh water. President Bola Tinubu says his administration will continue to sustain investments in digital technology to enhance the sustainability of small businesses. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the benefits of the federal government's policies will gradually come to reality and be enjoyed by all. The Lagos State government has opened the Onje Eko initiative for civil servants in Alausa. Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps, Benjamin Kalu, says the problem of Nigeria is not only in the hands of politicians. While the Independent National Electoral Commission seeks to collaborate with the media in tackling fake news, a national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, has faulted the picketing of the National Secretariat of the party by the Nigerian Labour Congress. But the former NLC president, Ayuba Wabba, says the Labour Party was formed by the Nigerian Labour Congress and it is a platform for members of the union to exercise and defend their rights. On the foreign scene, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel ahead of a UN vote on a U.S. draft resolution which supports the calls for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza tied to the release of hostages held by Hamas. And the Super Eagles of Nigeria will play the Black Stars of Ghana in a friendly match later this evening in Morocco. Those are the headlines. This is still the Danfo conversation with Sisi Ogewan of Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Be part of the discussion. It's Borderline.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're almost done. Right, let me read your messages. What have I got here? Good afternoon. My name is Ilom. Do you know, I've got to say this. That name brought a smile to my face, and I know your message is actually quite sad. Simply because you're the first person I know I've heard of, not know, in Nigeria called Ilom. The first person I heard called Ilom is one of my son's best friends in England. And every time he would say Ilom, and he said, he's Nigerian, Mom. I'm like, what do you mean he's Nigerian? Ilom. It doesn't sound Nigerian. Or Elom. And it's so, yeah. Really, it brought a smile to my face. But here's what you wrote. You said, good afternoon. My name is Elom. And I would like to bring to the attention of the state and federal government on the issues pertaining to the communal clashes between Ibeshe community and Ibeshe Vetsi Sea Beach community within the Oriade Council of Amuwo Odofin local government area. Oh, I think you need to write a petition. You're the second person that's sending me a message about this Ibeshe clashes. I think you really need to write to the state. You know, perhaps you guys can put money together and find yourself, you know, not an affordable lawyer. When I say an affordable lawyer, is a lawyer, because I assure you, a lot of lawyers can't write. You know, they don't know how to put a petition together, nor can they represent very well. In this country, we have so many lawyers like that. I'm sure you've heard of that. Find yourself a really good lawyer who is able to represent you well. That is, you know, that you all put money together and everything. Now, everything I'm saying falls back onto that series that we were having, leadership. Okay, leadership, trust, competence, efficiency, yada yada yada. So you're going to have to find a leader. You all need to come together, identify a leader, deputy, yada, yada, yada. Trust, okay, with transparency and integrity. Find a lawyer. Let everybody be aware that this is who the lawyer is. Be transparent about how you're paying the lawyer and be clear. Again, I repeat, clear on what you want the lawyer to do and how much you are willing to pay. That would be my suggestion to you. And let the lawyer, that is the lawyer's job, to then take things further. Anything outside of that, you're just going to keep writing to us and there's not a lot I can do but to share my sympathies with you. All right? Okay, here we go. Please, Somi, I need a book. How can I get it? Who is Somi? I have no idea who you're talking about. Perhaps you've written somewhere else. If army settles inter-community clashes, what then is the role of the police in Nigeria? Ooh, good question. Good question. You didn't put your name, but yeah, you know, if we use a sledgehammer to crack a nut, what then do you do with a stone? A small stone? Again, what he wrote, I think it's a he. If army settles communal clashes, what then is the role of the police in Nigeria? Oh la la, that's a deep, simple question. Good afternoon, ma'am. What is it he wrote? I'm Godson Idowu from Satellite Town. Why would people be talking about who invited the military? People shouldn't justify this barbaric act of civilians which the military have laid down their lives for. Who respects the policemen again in this country because of the corrupt behaviors? The only people who respect in this country is the army and navy. People can't handle that kind of issue. Those boys will attack the police. Police can't handle those type of issues. Those boys will attack the police. Let them justify the killers of the military. When they've done killing all the military men, we will now start Operation Secure and Defend Yourself. Ooh. It makes a good point. I don't subscribe, nor do I accept the idea of sort of criminalizing the military when they've done wrong, which has been the part of theirs that's wrong. There has been demand that with full investigation, they will also collect, if you like, their part of the blame. But yeah, we can't justify. But having said that, though, when people ask who invited the military, it's a good question. Because one of the things we don't know yet is, obviously, the military were there on orders, but on whose orders? Because orders don't just come out of the sky, do they? Somebody passes the order, it comes from somewhere to somewhere to somewhere till it gets to the right place, right? Then they issued all sorts of ammunitions, yada, 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 and boom, they go to where they're supposed to go. Location, they report to HQ and say, right, we're there. And operation begins. And I think that's what people mean when they say, who invited the army? Who is it? What happened? The army themselves haven't been able to really tell us that much, have they? But we do know that they're angry. What have I got here? Right. I'll come to your last call, I think, yeah, when I read this message. Hello, greetings to you, Yellow Sisioge. I only want to say hello to you and I have nothing to comment. You are very beautiful. I saw your picture online and on Google. Take care of yourself and may God continue to bless you. Thank you. My name is Dan P. from Igondo. Thank you, Dan P. We need an independent board to investigate what really happened in the community where soldiers met, where our soldiers met their untimely death. From Kolakbo location, Badagry. Okay, let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Abiola, I'm calling from Satellite Town.
Okay, you have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, actually, my concern is, the question I've been asking myself since this incident happened is, what is the role of our traditional rulers? Because I believe when there was a ownership class over a property, over a land, there is no how the traditional rulers in those two communities will claim that they are not aware. So I believe if they have handled that particular matter well, it wouldn't have degenerated to the point where they begin to kill themselves. And when people are, I think so many people have been asking, who incited the army? From my own point of view, I don't actually think it is until when somebody incites the military before they can come. Because I think there is a military barrack in one of the local government where that particular incident happened. So it's possible that maybe they just got the information that, okay, those people were killing themselves, and they wanted to go there to at least for keeping it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think those people that killed those military, I think they should be brought to book. That's just my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Okay, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lapochiki is my name.
Lapochiki, go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, good. Well, it's so sad what happened in Delta State, the killing of the military.
Mm.
Yeah, it's barbaric and unacceptable. Okay, then you see the problem we are having in this community differences, community clashes, is mainly from the traditional rulers due to the misguided information getting from youths. From their so-called rich sons and daughters. Maybe they're in this one party or the other, and they feel they are on top of others. The one they thought is what's going to happen everywhere, except that, nothing else. So, and because maybe they feel they are so rich, they can get everybody down with their money. So they give misguided information from traditional rulers. They misguide the youths to go and do what is not expected, the uncalled for. So mostly these problems we are having, and also from politicians. Yeah, because the money they will give to one traditional ruler or the other, they will misuse it. Not
Thank
use
you.
it to work.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Or
Rapachuku.
the youth will be feeling angry.
Yeah.
This is not taken care of properly.
Thank
Why
you.
not? All these things we have to community differences, crashes. So it's misguided information from our traditional rulers and nothing more.
Okay, thank you very
and
much.
God bless.
Thank you, Rapachuku. God bless you too. Right, we've come to the end of the show. I told you we'll be finishing early. Sadly, we are. Let me try and read one message, and it's a long one. Hello, Cecilia. The truth about what the army went to do at Okuluma hasn't been told. Okoma, you mean, hasn't been told. The killers will not, I repeat, will not just kill soldiers who are on a peace mission like that without an underlying reason. Army, as far as that creek and bunkering business in the Niger Delta is concerned, are part of the business there, allegedly. The story that they went to make peace and were waylaid and killed just doesn't make sense. No add up for me. That's my 2 cents, Chris. Listening from Accra. I hear you, Chris. There's so many things that doesn't make sense. There's so many loose ends. There's so many hanging threads. There's so many sort of pieces that do not fit together. We need them all to fit together. But fundamentally, we need to talk to ourselves about community clashes. We just, really, in the 21st century, just stop, because there are youth now who are in the bush, who are running away after this has happened, and their lives, they know they're walking dead. Let's be frank. When they're caught, they know they're walking dead, right? Really, is that what we really want? Is that really, really the future we want? So we need to stop this, all these communal clashes, community clashes, going to fight people in the community over a piece of land with machetes and all of that stuff. Can people just friggin' grow up? Grow up and stop the nonsense. 4 o'clock, as I told you, 4 o'clock, we have Borderlines. Borderlines is getting so popular. I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of everybody on the team. I'm particularly proud of all of you, you know, and yeah, just really super proud. So stay tuned, stay listening. 4 o'clock, Borderlines will be back, and you'll be learning a whole lot more than you learn anywhere else. Until then, thank you. Bye.
Uplifting the nation through information.
Is it appropriate for a policeman to be searching through somebody's phone?
No, it is wrong. The problem that the lecturers have against
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live